World War I, which lasted from 1914 to 1918, was a monumental event in world history that changed the world in many ways. Here are some key impacts. First, the war shifted political landscapes all over the globe. Prior to the war, monarchies and empires dominated countries such as Russia, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. By the end of World War I, many of these empires had collapsed. For example, the Russian Revolution led to the fall of the Russian Empire and the rise of a communist state, which was known as the Soviet Union. Next, the war caused massive changes in borders and countries. New countries were born out of the old empires, like Finland, Poland, and Czechoslovakia. The maps of Europe and other parts of the world looked very different before and after the war. Economically, World War I was devastating. It left countries with huge debts and economic struggles. The cost of rebuilding was enormous for everyone involved. This financial burden contributed to the economic problems that would later lead to the Great Depression in the 1930s. Socially, the war affected people's lives drastically. Millions of soldiers and civilians died or were wounded. The awareness of the horrors of war deeply influenced art, literature, and culture during this period. People became more aware of the importance of peace. Technology and warfare also saw significant changes. The war led to new technologies such as tanks, airplanes, and chemical warfare, which made combat more deadly and changed how wars were fought in the future. Finally, World War I paved the way for World War II. The Treaty of Versailles, which ended the war, imposed heavy penalties on Germany, which created resentment and economic trouble there. This unrest was one of the factors that contributed to the rise of Adolf Hitler and the start of World War II. Overall, World War I dramatically altered societies, economies, and political situations around the world, setting the stage for many of the conflicts and developments that occurred throughout the 20th century.